Good evening. This is Ninjas of Another Color podcast. I'm your host, DOTTLEY, flying solo for today's episode. The other ninjas will be available tomorrow. Today, we will be talking about the Braves winning their sixth NL East title and who will be their biggest threat. The Falcons won last week. They're 1-0. Then we're going to preview Green Bay versus the Falcons, and we're going to talk about Ashoka. All right, let's get it started. All right, I'm your host, DOTTLEY. This is the Ninja of Another Color podcast. Rate us, review us, give us 5 stars, give us 4 stars, give us 3 stars, give us 2 stars, give us any stars. Because if you don't give us any stars, we'll be considered to assume that we're doing a great job. We are available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Pandora, YouTube, and yes, we're still trying to work out to get to Apple. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And on our first topic, we will discuss we repeat argument that the Braves are the best in baseball. Last night in Philly, they took care of business and they won for the 6th time the NL East title. And so we can go over their dominance, we will take it to MLB Network.
You know when you walk in a building and there's just this good juju from the popcorn vendor to the strength and conditioning coach. You heard Alex Anthopoulos.
You got to create that, though.
It's culture. He has created it. Everyone has. He talks about everyone and how vital they are. You know, it's so corny, but you think of a house and how it's perfectly built from the ground up and you need a good foundation. That's what the Braves have.
Yeah. I think for me, you've heard me the last 9 years working together talk about what makes a great teammate. At the end of the day, it's consistency, walking in the door and getting the same thing every time. You can't take these for granted. I was fortunate, drafted by the Braves in 1996, came up in 98, and all I knew was watching guys prepare to win series and win divisions. 14 in a row.
Remarkable.
So many things had to go right, and then, went through a little downtime there, and then back to 6 in a row. The consistency it takes, the total team effort, Snit on down the line, they have orchestrated and put together. Alex Anthopoulos, he came in, listen, a lot was done under Capalella, John Hart. Some of these trades had already been in place for the roster. The Ronald Acunas of the world had already been signed internationally. But for him to kind of identify who was going to be the core moving into that beautiful ballpark in Truist Park, and then to have Snit kind of be that father figure for this team and the coaching staff. It's a perfect storm. And they're not going anywhere. So we figured we'll turn them into architects. Alex Anthopoulos and Brian Snitker. Brendan Warner, let me see what you did here. Oh, what's the perfect blueprint? There he is. Snit looks like he could be a subcontractor somewhere. Line up the division titles, and let's get into it, because they have the best player in the game. I know you can make the argument for Ohtani, but he's down right now. Ronald Acuna is the best player in the sport and is making the game look easy on a nightly basis. 335 with 37 and 97 in 146 games. Then they have light tower power strewn throughout this lineup. Matt Olson's numbers in a game of, strikeouts, walks, and homers, he's hitting 279 with 51 bombs and 128 RBIs. They signified, listen, I got it. Acuna's your best player. Matty Olson signed long-term. They gave the longest deal to my man standing over at third base. Austin Riley has been their franchise player. He has been phenomenal since July 18th, 303, 19 homers, 43 RBIs, and OPS of over 1,000. And then they have the rhythm of this team, the perfect balance. A guy like Ozzie Albies, been there the longest. Oh, by the way, 29 homers he's sitting on, 93 RBIs. Everything kind of runs through him. You can tell the dugout vibe goes through Ozzie Albies. There's a lot of respect there. And then the pitching staff. What do you need in the postseason to get it done? Strikeout stuff from your starters. Max Fried is probably the most unassuming top ace in the game. He doesn't get enough run. He's 7-1 with a 2.64, and then you throw in Spencer Strider. He's 17-5 with a 3.73, and at any moment, the over/under on him in FanDuel is usually close to double-digit punch-outs. And a 39-year-old Charlie Morton, who they're probably going to pick up his option. Hey, guys, I'm trying to retire. No, here's another $20 million to come back. And listen, bullpens can be up and down. I don't think anybody's super excited about their bullpen going into the postseason, but Raisel Iglesias has been darn good for this team. 29 saves and 32 chances. A.J. Minter's pitched on the biggest stages, and Pierce Johnson, a little savvy trade for them, has given up 1 earned run in 18 innings. So the totality, the best team in baseball, and I don't believe it's close. Like, from start to finish, they have just beat the tar out of everyone that they've played.
They've been in first place in April 2nd, every single day.
But why do I feel like a series against the Phillies will go the distance?
It probably will, Robert. Yeah. It probably will, because the Phillies are good. Can we do we have the board, Broyd? Because this is not just...
Cubs going, they got to get there first.
But time out. Look at this.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere for the foreseeable future. You have Austin Riley, he's 35 and 100 every year. Michael Harris is just going to get better. Matt Olson, are you kidding me? One of the best run producers in the game. Sean Murphy, stalwart, Acuna. These guys are there for a decade together.
Yep. A little bit later, you're going to give us the 5 biggest threats to the Atlanta Braves and another World Series title.
All right.
I'm making this quick video because it has been.
All right. Yes, they won. For those uninitiated, the Braves won 14 division titles in the 90s, only 1 championship. They called us bust because we only won 1 championship out of those 14 divisions, but got to get there. And we only won 1. We could have won 2 because of the strike, and fuck the New York Yankees. All right. This was the 6th, as we stated, the 6th division title. So let's take a look.
Baseball. Anything is possible, and man, we're excited for another season.
There's so many storylines, really, for this Atlanta Braves team. Everything's built for this team to get back to late October.
The excitement around this ball club right now is as high as I can remember in a long time.
This stacked Atlanta Braves squad is ready to get back to business. They've won 5 straight division titles, and they're just getting started. A winner on opening day in 2023.
A solo homer over the bleachers.
Line drive base hit, and the Braves walk it off in the opener.
He can't get it. It is a walk-off home run for Sean Murphy into the Braves bullpen.
Bryce Elder, your NL ERA leader.
Got him. Baker's dozen for Spencer Strider.
He is the clear NL MVP favorite, Ronald Acuna.
He is on pace for a 40-70 season.
Did that just go to the 3rd deck?
Hit in the air and hit well left center.
Braves win. Michael Harris
This offense just continues to hum.
Braves win it. A walk-off sac fly by Ozzie. 7-0 Atlanta. Braves with a touchdown on the board here in the first inning.
He struck him out. Jesse doing Jesse things.
This team has it all. They have all of the makings of a World Series team.
I think they're the deepest lineup in baseball right now.
They're so relentless.
1 through 9. Nobody better.
They're built for the marathon, and they're built for the sprint of the postseason. This is a deep roster.
It's gone! A grand slam!
It's out of here! Tie ball game!
Stop the bunches!
Poor Larry, the crowd!
Oh, man! Double play! Braves win!
And the winning streak for the Reds is now a thing of the past.
First inning dominance has been talked about a lot this year for Atlanta. It's at the point in the season, Jeff, now it doesn't even surprise you.
Ozzie dives, knocks it down, tosses to Arcia, throw to first. Oh, baby, they got him.
Give him 40 stolen bases now.
And they wrap up June with a Miami massacre.
They are the only team to win every single series in the month of June. They're just on an absolute tear.
What's at the top of your list for the second half?
From top to bottom, 1 through 9, they've been excelling all year long. No reason it slows down now.
So you would say a 6th consecutive NL East title probably at the very top of that list.
Austin Riley on a rampage.
Maybe a triple play. It is unbelievable. Goes for second. That's number 50.
And that's strikeout number 200 on the year. And how about it coming versus Shohei Ohtani?
This offense stacks up against some of the all-time greats.
They are the clear and obvious best team in baseball.
And Matt Olson has blasted his way into the 40 home run club.
Yes, Max Fried, after a 91-day absence, Jeff, returns to the mound today. 3 consecutive shutouts for Atlanta for the first time in 8 seasons.
And he drills it out of the ballpark. And the Braves have the lead in the 8th.
Over 250 this year for the Braves. A new single-season franchise record.
Strikes one well to left field. It's a grand slam.
He has Major League Baseball's first ever 30-60 season. What a milestone for Acuna.
Hit well to deep center, and it's over his head, off the base of the wall. That was a bullet to straightaway center.
If the Braves win 3 of the 4 games here in Philadelphia, they win the NL East for a 6th consecutive season. Andrew Jones has company at the top of the mountain. 51 for Matt Olson. And the magic number is down to 2.
2-2. Here it comes.
Struck him out. The Braves are the kings of the East yet again.
What an amazing era we're in the midst of, as it has been a 6-year run of dominance in the East.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 6 straight years in the East. Get ready for probably 3 or 4 more, maybe. I'm not sure about that one, but it's the Braves. Like I said, they can win the World Series barring injury to anyone. I mean, anyone in the lineup. And their bullpen imploding. The only weakness is their bullpen. Right now, for the starting staff, I would start Strider, Max, Charlie, Elder, because it's going to be a 7-game series. That's what I would do. Or Strider, Elder, Charlie. No, I'm not going to do that. But I would leave Max and Charlie on the road, and let Strider and Elder pitch at home. So that's my tote. Ronald's going to win another. Before his career is over, Ronald at least would win 4 NL MVPs. And what they should do is trade for Mike Trout. shore up left field. Trade either Ozuna or Eddie for Mike Trout. That's just to make our team better. Again, I'm a huge Brave fan. I said it from spring training. The only way they don't lose the World Series is injury. All right, let's see what they're saying about top threats to the Braves.
Session. Raise your hand if you have a question. He's been up all night with a pen and pad. If you didn't make the cut, then don't be mad. It takes a lot of work so that this could exist. Ladies and gents, we present the D-List.
All right, let's start at number 5. I'm gonna put the Milwaukee Brewers down here. Listen, tough road right now is currently constructed for the Brewers. They'd have to go through either Arizona, Cincinnati, then take on the Dodgers to get to Atlanta. But if they do, and they're lined up right, their pitching staff can stymie anybody. I'm gonna ride this Texas Rangers train. I'm not sold on any one team coming out of the wild card, and when I'm not sold, I'll go with Bruce Bochy. I've watched him do it in the biggest moments. Maybe they can get it done again. The Houston Astros, when the dust settles, somebody's going to have to really play well to knock them off. I'd be shocked if they don't end up back in the Fall Classic, Robert. I mean, it seems like we take up permanent residence there for the last 7-8 years.
They did sweep the Braves in Atlanta. So, long time ago.
Exactly. Number 2 for me is the Dodgers. This is an NLCS matchup that probably will come down to tracks. Certainly the Dodgers are capable. But the number 1 team you got to watch out for. I don't know if the Cubbies, even if they sneak by the Phillies in the first round, the way the playoffs formatted, I don't think the Cubs have enough in the tank to take on Atlanta and beat them. The Phillies certainly have the star power and the wherewithal and the want to, and have done it already, that they could certainly call.
Okay. Out of those teams right there, the only one that I see that could give us a problem is Houston. Yeah, the Phillies are good, but their rotation is not good, so we'll score a run on them. The Dodgers, again, pitching. Their bullpen is good, but their starters aren't. The only wild card is hitting. They can hit. The Astros. Astros is the only wild card, and the Rangers don't have a pitching either. And the Brewers can't score. So we get past, like I said, when they won the World Series in 21, get past the Dodgers, they win. Get past Philly, they win. And this year, we're not injured, we're not tired. Again, only injury in the bullpen. So that's the only thing I see was happening with it. So let's get back to it.
Was a massive problem. So I'm going to put it Phillies, Dodgers, Houston for respect. Texas, I'm going to ride them, and Milwaukee.
For some reason, I thought time was going to be on there, clinching September 13th, but it doesn't seem like that.
I tried to go a little outside the box like that, but
there is like 90 games left. They're already completed.
Seemed like a team that would
I believe that is the second earliest clinch in the divisional era. I mean, with that amount of time left, that's crazy, Dan. What do you think of that list?
I thought Dero nailed it. You know, for me, it's just looking at it differently. It would be their ninth inning situation. Like if the game is close, I mean, there's not many guys I would give the ball to above Iglesias. There's just not a ton of guys right now in our game.
There's no bullpen that really like.
But I would be concerned, like if they play, Philly is so difficult to beat at home. If they get somehow walked off or get not walked off, beaten in Atlanta with a lead, I worry about that carrying over, trying to beat them in that ballpark.
The Brewers bullpen. No?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. But there's just not
I'm saying they're all fluid. Obviously, it comes down to your closer, right? But Iglesias, 29 of 32.
He just has traffic all the time, and you're playing better teams in postseason.
Kind of agree with him. There's a lot of traffic lately, but I still ride with my dogs. I ride with the Braves 110, so don't get it twisted. We will win if we don't get injured. right. Yes, the Braves are the cream of the crop. Braves are the cream of the crop, and I think the reason they're the cream of the crop is this guy who's going to win NL MVP for a 40-70 season because he's at 37 home runs, 37 to 38, and 60, I think 62 or 63 stolen bases. So I think they'll win because of Ronald Acuna putting everybody on notice.
To take the lead with Acuna coming to the dish. We talked about Lance Lynn and his control. In 4 of his last 5 starts, he's only walked 1 batter. He got a big walk there with the bases loaded, and now he faces Ronald Acuna Jr. Inside 1-1.
If you get married today, you got to hit a granny, right?
And what if he did that on the day he got married for the 30-60 season, the first ever? That'd be a pretty good way to do it.
It's lining up.
Inside again. Lance Lynn, a little out of control right now.
And about to be his 50th pitch coming up, and he's only been able to record 4 outs.
Certainly not what Dave Roberts was hoping for in game 1 of a long 4-game series. And Ronald may have chased ball 3. So those 2 pitches in, then you get that away. What's Ronald thinking here?
That's kind of what he's trying to do, I think, with him, is get him to expand by showing him in.
Ronald hammers this to left center. That ball is history. And Ronald Acuna Jr. just made history. He has Major League Baseball's first ever 30-60 season, and he does it in grand fashion. And Atlanta has a 5-1 lead. And oh, by the way, it's only August 31st. What a milestone for Acuna.
Great call, Brandon. Great call. This was a pitch that was a little bit up in the zone, and man, Ronald just kind of tomahawked this thing. First player in MLB history, and he's got another month left. Shows you how quick he got to 30-60.
And he does it less than 12 hours after getting married. What a day.
Yeah, why not?
What a day for number 13. If you didn't hear us talking.
All right. Yep. He did it on the day he got married. And that cemented that put him on notice because everyone was talking about how Mookie Betts was better than him. Just because he had 2 weeks, but he was more consistent. But this one, I think this one kind of locked it in for him.
Michael Harris breaks for second, and he can stop and walk the rest of the way. That ball was crushed. And Ronald Acuna gets closer and closer to 40. He's now at 37. And Atlanta has the lead.
Well, it wasn't 2 pitches in action, but it was 3 pitches in action. I mean, that was crushed.
I don't think Wheeler even turned around. 37 homers, 65 stolen bases for Acuna. On that homer, by the way, Ronald has now scored 132 runs this year, and that is a new Atlanta Braves record.
Yes, he is the MVP. I don't know how to say it even more. He is the legitimate MVP. All right. That is the Brave section. This is the Ninja of the Color podcast. I'm your host, DOTTLEY. We are on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Pandora, YouTube, and yes, we're still trying to get on Apple. Rate us, review us, give us 5 stars, give us 4 stars, give us 3 stars, give us 2 stars, give us any stars. If you don't give us any stars, I'll just assume that we're doing it correctly. Moving on to, that's a fine. The Atlanta Falcons played week 1 and they won against the Carolina Panthers. The offense looked anemic, but did what it did. So let's check it out.
After an 8-yard pickup, it is 3rd down and 8. Ritter, ball knocked out. It's loose and recovered by Ritter. So he caught his own batted pass. Pass is complete for a first down. He's 2-0-4 to the leg kick for the snap count. Miles Sanders works his way through the Atlanta defense. Quick pass from Bryce Young to Chenault. Then LaVisca Chenault is inside the 20. He runs, he catches, he does whatever they need. And he gets the handoff, squirms. Chuba Hubbard, can he find room? No! The Falcons will take over on downs. Getting excited. Tyler Algier is in a running back from the Atlanta 12. And he's looking for room. 1,000-yard rusher from last year, all the way up across the 30.
With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $25 a month for $1 million of coverage.
Picked up 19, stays in the game. Algier with room, another big hole, another first down. Working his way across mid. Ritter is going to be smothered at the 47-yard line. The veteran on this front line, and the pass is intercepted at the 20. It's Jesse Bates with a Falcon takeaway.
He's trying to get to that read in the middle of the field. Bates sees it, breaks on it, gets in front of it, gets a pick.
Young was trying to get the ball to former Falcon Hayden Hurst.
Bijan Robinson lined up in the slot, going in motion here.
Bijan Robinson dancing around. And he has the football, puts a move on. Bijan Robinson, he's going to have his first NFL touchdown.
And that stop touchdown. You see Bijan Robinson right here catching the little bubble screen. But the move on Frankie Louvu. That guy is too big to move like that. But that's what the man.
3rd and 1. They failed on a 4th and 1 on an impressive opening drive. Young is protected well. The pass is on target and held on. Young open. First down, Marshall to the 40. Chuba Hubbard has a hole, and Hubbard inside the. Spotted right at the 20. Bryce Young has all day and dumps it off. That's Hayden Hurst with running room. Without a huddle here. He throws, it's caught, and Bryce Young has his first NFL touchdown pass to Hayden Hurst.
Is going to be in the coverage. You're going to see Hayden Hurst here on the outside. Is he going to block for the run, or is he going to release? And Grant, just that little bit of step, just that little bit extra.
2nd and 23. Ritter protected.
And in live action, that can happen.
C.J. Henderson is in for Horn, and Bijan Robinson is rocked by Troy Hill.
Ready, go.
Bryce Young's throw incomplete. 3rd and 6, Desmond Ridder. Conley flips, and that's going to be good enough for the first down on the reception.
A bit more on that to move more naturally.
Meanwhile, Falcons have a chance for more points before the half. Ridder, he cannot escape. Brought down at the 25 by Derek Brown.
He is just automatic. It's so much fun to watch him operate.
Sanders. And Miles Sanders gets a first down. Going
tremendous all day long. Protection and in run blocking.
Bryce Young has a moment here. And a lot of room to run if he keeps it. And he does. And he will get a first down and go out of bounds inside the 35 of Atlanta.
See if he's going to be a target here on 3rd down.
Hayden Hurst has the most catches for Carolina today. The throw. The kick is up there. It's out there and through. And the Panthers.
Are you looking to start your own podcast? Maybe you're a thought leader, business owner, or coach seeing others with super.
Bijan to the top of your screen. There's a flip to Tyler Algier. And Algier run out of bounds on what was a 3rd and 10, and he didn't get the first down. Young throws, and it's intercepted. It's Jesse Bates again. He's got 2 today.
See if he'll take a shot here. Gonna be
after a run play on 3rd down. Younghoe Koo, the kick is through. Hubbard with a hole, and Chuba Hubbard's got a first down. He's still going up across the 4. Miles Sanders squirts through the middle and gets inside the 40. Looked like the ball was juggled.
Oh, yeah, looks like that thing's coming out.
Yeah, but is there a clear recovery in a tie game now? Tyler Algier with a first down. Still a lot of Panther fans rooting for him. Pass is caught. He's got a first down. Ridder on the move and completes to Algier. Robinson the back on first down. Bijan Robinson has room. Bijan Robinson all the way inside the. Tyler Algier knocks back and he turned the corner and he can into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Why the patience is so important on the run. Initially, Tyler Algier up into the line of scrimmage. All the defenders get drawn up, even after the interceptions.
He dumps it off to Miles Sanders, puts a move on, and the blitz is on. And Young is sacked. Troy Anderson got to him.
Safety's awfully low for a down a distance like this.
Ridder unloads with the pressure on him. Bijan Robinson all the way up across the. Ridder's throw. He hangs on. It's back high. Robinson comes in. Take to him, Ridder. Has time. Going deep. And the catch is made by Kyle Pitts. C.J. Henderson finally and make him pay.
And this is the danger of a guy like Kyle Pitts. We talked about him. Named a tight end and really not in the best of position. But this is just one where Desmond Ridder said, look, I've got Kyle Pitts. He's got that side.
Panthers defense sets up. Last minute adjustment there. Bit of a stumble, but Tyler Algier is in for a Falcon touchdown. He's got 2 today.
Body blows, body blows, body blows. All that surge. You get a fullback, Keith Smith, leading the way the last time Algier.
The blitz is on. Can Young find anybody? No, he's down. Lorenzo Carter. 3rd and 6. Algier will bring up a 4th down, but out of timeouts are the Panthers. This is the
C.J. Stroud so good, we should go check him out next week.
Should be a good game when they run into each other. Colts and Texans, pass complete at the 30. Bit of a prevent as Miles Sanders.
The more comfortable you get.
Sideline throw and catch. Carolina will, on 3rd and 5, get the first down. Out of timeouts, Sanders carries from Calais Campbell to David Onyemata and Bud Dupree. And of course, Jesse Bates. Adds up to a victory for Arthur Smith.
All right. The good and the bad. The good. Rushing game. Tyler Algier. Bijan Robinson. Defense. 2 sacks, 3 turnovers. Jesse Bates had 3 by himself. So that's good. The 2 sacks, got a little pass rush. That's good. The bad. The offensive line. The offensive line limited passing yards. Defense was giving up yards, but they stopped them when they needed to. So it's the first game, but that's what it is. But here is the best plays of our #1 draft pick.
By Derek Brown, who's 6'5". This time it's Bijan Robinson, who gets up across the 27-28 yard line. Look at this.
Bijan Robinson lined up in the slot, going in motion here.
Bijan Robinson dancing around. And he has the football, puts a move on. Bijan Robinson, he's going to have his first NFL touchdown.
And that stop touchdowns. You see Bijan Robinson right here catching the little bubble screen. But the move on Frankie Louvu. That guy is too big to move like that. But that's what the man.
Robinson with room. Bijan Robinson. Big chunks of yardage near a first down. 3rd and 6. Desmond Ridder. Pomley flips. And that's going to be good enough for the first down on the reception. Bijan Robinson with a hole and showing how quick he can get through it. A 9-yard pickup. Robinson the back on first down. Bijan Robinson has room. Bijan Robinson all the way inside the 5. First and goal, Falcons.
Safety's awfully low for down a distance like this.
Ridder unloads with the pressure on him. Bijan Robinson all the way up across the 40. He almost got loose for the first down.
Yep, that was the best parts of Mr. Robinson. We need a better play caller. Hopefully Arthur Smith has better play selection coming up this week against the Green Bay Packers, because last week was blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they run, but you got to run to set up the pass. But just give them another week. All right, here is the preview of the Falcons versus Packers.
All of the unbeatens, the Atlanta Falcons at home in their nest this week, awaiting the new-look Green Bay Packers, who are hoping they're watching the beginnings of Return of the Jedi, or maybe Naked Gun 33.5.
Taps it a couple times, going end zone. Caught, Dobbs, touchdown, Green Bay.
The Grossi posse is besides themselves right now. Lennon was right, Jordan is all Green Bay needs.
Love has Jones inside. Aaron Jones racing to the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Love is coming into this game hot. Sounds like something you need to protect yourself from. Atlanta's secondary dealing with what all of a sudden looks like a very polished QB. 3 touchdowns, no picks, rating over 120, over 240 passing yards, over 9 yards per attempt in week 1.
Love slings it in the middle, and it's caught by Toure, who's
He's got his first catch today.
Falcons of 2022 would have been the team to keep your mojo rolling against. 2023, they held the one QB they faced to less than 150 passing yards, under 4 yards per attempt, a rating under 50.
Young throws, and it's intercepted.
Sure, that was against Bryce Young, but Love isn't that much older or more experienced, right? Atlanta optimism. Tough part about Green Bay's aerial attack, it wasn't built around any one guy. Falcons have running back Aaron Jones to worry about. Led the team with 86 receiving yards and found the paint.
Jones gets a block. First down. Turns on the speed. Aaron Jones down the sideline. Inside the 10.
Rookie tight end Luke Musgrave, 50 yards.
He's got a man wide open. Musgrave catches it.
Rookie wide receiver Jaden Reed, 48 yards. Second-year man Romeo Doubs, 2 TDs.
Love looking to throw a fade far side. It is caught for the touchdown. Romeo Doubs, number 2.
The Falcons, of course, also have to worry about Aaron on the ground. He scored rushing too, 4.6 a carry.
Love to Aaron Jones. He walks in for the touchdown.
Will he see more handoffs versus Atlanta? They allowed Carolina to hit at 4.8 a run on 32 tries.
And Miles Sanders gets a first down going out of bounds across midfield.
Green Bay will definitely have to be ready to defend the run in this game. Falcons will hit them with their two-headed back attack. Tyler Algier, 75 yards, 2 scores, 5 yards per.
Tyler Algier knocks back, and he turned the corner, and he can into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
And rookie Bijan, Bassinger. Robinson says either one is fine. 10 carries in his debut, nice 56 yards.
Bijan Robinson has room. Bijan Robinson all the way inside the 5. First and goal, Falcons.
Robinson, also Atlanta's most targeted receiver in Week 1, scored on one of his catches.
Puts a move on. Bijan Robinson, he's going to have his first NFL touchdown.
Packers did just face an offense whose strength is running, though how they do it different than the Bears. But Green Bay's play against Chicago's traditional backs was good, 4 yards per carry allowed or less to all of them.
Cuts it back across the grain. Herbert then gets knocked down at the 20.
As for the Falcons' passing attack, they'd love another mistake-free game from Desmond Ridder this week versus Carolina, 15-18, rating over 110.
Pass is caught. He's got a first down. Kyle Pitts.
115 passing yards tells you Atlanta's O-face still all about keeping things low-key. Green Bay's secondary comes in off a solid outing, picked off Justin Fields once, held him to a sub-80 rating. Just hard to know how often they'll see action this week.
Intercepted. Quay Walker's got it. Walker's still going. Looking for the end zone. Quay Walker is in. Touchdown.
Packers' pass rush would also seem like a deterrent for Atlanta to throw too much. Ridder took 4 sacks despite the low attempt total.
Ridder is going to be smothered.
The Packers, meantime, got home 4 times in Week 1, sacks from Lucas Van Ness and Devontae Wyatt, 2 of their promising young pass rushers.
Trouble again. Van Ness chasing him, and he got him down. Oh, the rookie Lucas Van Ness.
The last time Atlanta went 2-0 to start a year, 2017, and they beat Green Bay in Week 2 to do it. Cheeseheads think love will prevail both on the field and off of it, right? Fill the comments section with love and predictions. We've got 10 of those for you.
Okay, as you can see, everybody except 2 people picking the Falcons. So, on paper, from previous weeks, yeah, it would look like we would lose, but I don't think we lose this week because of the running game. They'll run the ball. They'll definitely run the ball. Hopefully they can set up the play action pass. I don't think it'll be a 27. I think it'll be 17-10 kind of game. The defense is strong, but like I said, they move into the 20-20s, but that's it. When it's crunch time and you need to make a stop, that's what happens. All right. This is our Ashoka review. Yeah, our Ashoka review. Our Ashoka, if you're not watching, why? I have no idea. Why aren't you watching? Ashoka is one of the best shows on Disney Plus, and last night or yesterday It was episode 5. Yes. Episode 5. While I'm doing this, you can put your ad reads or whatever you want. Send them to the email ninjasofanothercolor@gmail.com. Well, let's get it started. These are the best scenes of episode 5.
You look the same.
You look old.
Well, that happens.
You lost. I'm here to finish your training.
It's a little late for that.
One is never too old to learn, Snips.
I won't fight you.
I've heard that before.
What are we listening for?
Don't you hear it? The lightsabers.
Looks like you don't have much left to offer.
I haven't taught you everything yet.
This is the Clone Wars!
Yeah, no kidding. Gotta keep up! As Jedi, it's our job to lead. That doesn't mean we don't make mistakes.
This isn't what I trained for. How can you joke at a time like this?
What would you prefer?
I don't know.
Teaching you how to lead, how to survive.
What if I want to stop fighting?
So this mission is unauthorized.
Yeah.
We'll secure the perimeter. Come on, let's go!
I don't know this battle.
The siege of Mandalore. We had parted ways by now.
Ahsoka, within you will be everything I am.
You are more Anakin, but more powerful and dangerous than anyone realized.
You've learned nothing. Back to the beginning. Live or die. You lack conviction. Time to die.
I choose to live.
There's hope for you yet.
Anakin.
I heard you fighting. Who are you fighting with?
I have an idea. Where's Sabine?
Step away from her!
They took her with them.
Do you have Morgan Elspeth in custody?
No.
Do you have evidence of Imperial Remnant activity or of Grand Admiral Thrawn's return?
No.
And I'm afraid there's nothing more I can do.
That'll do.
Tell us what Ahsoka Tano and General Syndulla are up to, and perhaps we can help.
It's just like the stories you told me. How the whales took Ezra and the bad guys far, far away. Now they'll take Ahsoka to where Ezra is?
That's the hope, kiddo.
Move us in.
no idea. We'll just see where it goes.
It could go anywhere.
That's better than going nowhere.
Get clear of their path.
Jason's too young to travel between galaxies. Kara, I'll find them. I promise. May the Force be with you.
Yep, that was episode 5 of Ashoka. And what we got was young Ahsoka, teenage Ahsoka, had Anakin. We also had Darth Vader. We had Clone Wars. We had Rex. The question, I have 2 questions. Is he a Force ghost or a Morris God? And my other question is Jason one of the Padawans who died at the hands of Kylo Ren? Think about it. This was a great episode for people who loved the Clone Wars and loved Hayden Christensen, because every time it came up, they given him a bad rap. Here is a clip from the Shadow Warrior.
What if I want to stop fighting?
That's the whole point.
And you'll die.
You'll die in the ocean.
Let's go.
Oh, 2 pistols. Oh, look at that. Look at the silhouette. Oh my god.
The volume is so fucking cool.
Oh, it's such an amazing shot.
Look at that. Darth Vader. For those who don't understand, the baddest dude in the universe.
Ah! I wanted it to happen.
Dave Filoni sold his soul to Satan to get all my wants and desires and put him in this episode. I believe it. I believe in it.
Copy, we'll check it out.
Chopper says you're gonna have to get low.
How low?
She wants to know how low. Pretty low. As low as you can. Just go, Mom, please.
All right, that was a scene about Darth Vader. Scene number 2.
Oh, that's the lesson he's teaching.
Back to the beginning.
Again.
I gave you a choice. Live.
I knew it. He's become Vader here now. This, I mean, around the time he would become Vader, right?
Or die.
Yep, he's got Sith eyes.
You will try.
Incorrect.
Oh, look at this!
So good. Looks like he's moving around her so effortlessly.
Oh, dude, that's his disarming move? He didn't even... Oh! Come through, baby. Is he? Is he?
Yes!
No. But... Ooh!
Yep, Darth Vader one more time.
Yes! The little flickers. If there was a tango with ships, I put my money on Hera. Again?
Here she is. Two sabers.
It's blue. Is it Siege of Mandalore? Yeah, that was. Oh, cool. Oh, did she move her? She did the move.
Nice work, Commander.
Troopers back there. They all have the mask.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
That was the memoirs of that.
Yep.
Yeah, Tim, come on, let's go. Did you just see the Ahsoka trooper? That's what we were saying. Yeah, no, I had ringing in my ears. I'm sorry. He'll show up. I'm just gonna.
I don't know this battle.
This was the Siege of Mandalore.
I choose to live.
This is so perfect. He is the father, Aaron.
There's hope for you, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Ahsoka season. Episode 5. It was great because it did a lot of fan service. For you got Rex, is Mortis God, World Between Worlds, Purgo, Leia, and the next one should be Ezra. All right, this has been the Ninjas of Another Color podcast. I'm your host, DOTTLEY. Today we spoke about the Atlanta Braves, the Falcons, and Ahsoka. Friday, which is tomorrow, the other ninjas will be available we'll talk about other stuff, toys, the pick'em segment, and also we'll have a giveaway during that podcast. So listen out for that. Again, I'm your host, DOTTLEY. This is Ninjas of Another Color podcast. Rate us, review us, subscribe, unsubscribe. Rate, review, subscribe, unsubscribe, subscribe again. Give us 5 stars, give us 4 stars, give us 3 stars, give us 2 stars. Give us any stars. If you don't give us any stars, I won't know. I'll just assume that I'm doing it correctly. And if you want to support the podcast, please donate to Ninjas of Another Color at Gmail or 365-366 at Cash App. All right. So, and see you next week.
Hombre increíble.